Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show as we're recording live here in the ABV Barrel Shop, and we're going to be talking about a new store brand that we are going to have very soon here at the ABV Barrel Shop and beyond. We'll talk about that full deal when we get to the show, but for right now I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Jim Fosnot. Again, we're here at the ABV Barrel Shop. Hey Jim, how you doing, man?
Great, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. We sit here at the tasting bar enjoying some of the products that we picked, which is pretty cool. And we're going to be talking a little bit about this new brand that we're getting ready to launch. It'll kick off October 26th. We'll talk about what happens on that date and where we go from that point forward. But we'll get to that after the break. For right now, I want to talk to you about something really weird. Loop TV. We have Loop TV here. It's the weirdest thing. So I see this an ad on Instagram. It's Loop TV. It's like programming for your store, royalty free because they pay the royalties for it. So it's videos. It's some programming like you can have like news or videos of people drunken videos. There's different categories. You can do cat videos if you want to watch that kind of stuff.
You've seen it in a bar. You've been sitting down there, have the fail videos going on.
Right. That's that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's Loop TV. So Loop TV. They send it to you. It doesn't cost anything. No, you don't pay shipping or nothing. There's no. So I'm thinking the whole time I'm thinking there's some sort of hitch here, and then we get it and we plug it in, and I didn't even realize this. When we plug it in and start utilizing this thing, it goes up again, no cost. I'm like, oh, when's it going to ask for my credit card? It never does. And then what happens at the end of the month? They pay us $20 for having this here in the shop. I don't even understand how this works. Do you, Jim?
I feel like it's some kind of money laundering scheme. Like
it might be. Someone's writing stuff off.
Yeah. And we're going to have someone with a clipboard come through, and somehow we're going to be responsible for this.
Yeah, because they'll be like, so you really thought, wait a second, boys. Let me get this straight. You thought they were going to send you this device for free, and then they're going to pay you to use it.
What kind of businessman are you? How did you even manage to get the key in the door?
Right.
How dumb are you? So, yeah, I don't understand how it works.
I don't understand it either.
They got a lot of great channels, a lot of fun stuff on there.
There is a lot of... they even have like a Beatles channel, which I would think the Beatles would be incredibly expensive to deal with them. But then you got rock. You can pick out 70s rock. You can pick out hair bands. Whatever you want. And then you can program it, by the way, which is cool. You can set it up. You can program. So I can set up like on Thursdays from 9 to 11 is live rock from the 70s or whatever I want.
So. It would be cool if your partner was on a Jackass and the day he leaves early, about 10 minutes later, he turns it to all country.
Yeah, because you messed with me that day. I forget what you did to me, but I was getting you back because I knew you didn't know how to work it. So I
just turned the TV off. I didn't work the remote on the TV.
Yeah, I was like, we'll just let him watch all country all the time. Yeah. So that was funny. So
no, not really.
Yeah, but Loop TV, every once in a while you'll see commercials, but like today, there's been no commercials. I don't. They were running a couple of political ads from time to time, but when I say infrequently, 2 or 3 times a day, and then like I said, nothing this week at all. So I don't know how this works.
I don't either. If someone out there from Loop TV is listening and you want to email us at hello@ABV Barrel Shop and explain how this works, we'd love to hear.
Yeah. I wouldn't want. They're like, would you like to be an owner in Loop TV? We could do some investors.
That sounds like a bad business plan.
No, I don't think so either. So, I don't know, but all right. Well, guess what? It's time to drink. I'm still on my Planters Ozark Highlands whiskey from Demetrius Kane out at Nobleton's. I had that on the last show you and I recorded together. You moved through yours, and what do you got now?
I'm having Samuel Burton, so I had a little bit of a stressful morning, thanks to you. And
this is not thanks to me. I had nothing to do with this.
And so yeah, I needed that drink. So I'm drinking Samuel Burton out of Labadie, Missouri. So one of the new ones that we got in last week. Great little bourbon they're doing out there.
Yeah. So it was a stressful morning because I show up here before Jim, and on taped to the door is a thing to the business owners, and I thought, what the hell is this? So I just take a picture of it.
It says like confidential, your eyes only, or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that.
Like it's Trump's top secret files or something.
Yeah. So I take it inside. Well, I take a photo of it and send a text to Jim right away. Oh God, because I don't know what the hell this is. I thought, where is this now? On the last show we talked about, when we had the licensing it through. I thought, is this an offshoot of that? So I don't know. So I take it inside. I send Jim a text, and then I had my phone on silent. So Jim apparently tried to call me, but I didn't hear it. So legitimately, I didn't hear it. So
Sure.
Apparently he's stressing then. And then I opened it up, and it's like, dear business owner, we have someone who wants to buy your business. Contact us to learn more. And then I was like, what? No one wants to buy this. What is this? So I go out and I look. Literally every business, whether it's the massage place, the toenail place, the investor, every single business had the exact same envelope taped to the door. So yeah. So unless this guy's really found a lot of businesses that need to be sold. Yeah.
It was a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
At first, just see the picture.
Yeah, it was weird. But it's all good. It all worked out fine. Yeah. All right, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. There we go. Okay. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about the new brand that we're going to be launching. We'll do that in just a few.
Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Kathy Cool. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Steve Akeley, joined by Jim Fosnot here at the ABV Barrel Shop. And we're getting into private labels. So, a lot of liquor stores have their own private labels, and we're going to be doing that as well. the cool thing is we have a group, a club, if you will, at the ABV Barrel Shop. It's called the Barrel Shop Syndicate. And syndicate members are going to be involved in this every step of the way. So on October 26th, I talked about that date, we're going to have our first ever syndicate meeting here at the ABV Barrel Shop. And we are going to be going over branding and things like that. What does the branding, should it look like? And what do we want to call this? And, all those type of things. We're going to engage people from the beginning with this thing, which is pretty cool. And then once we land on that, and we're going to have a distillery representative. We won't talk about who it is here right now, but we'll let you know on that soon enough. Our distillery representative will be here, telling us a little bit about what we can expect, and we'll be bringing in probably at least 5 barrels a year for this, picked at different times, and each time we'll have syndicate members involved in picking that. And then we're going to have regular business meetings about this, Jim. We're literally going to be going over, how are sales going? What can we do to advertise and promote this? We're going to get their input on things like merch and stuff like that too, which would be cool.
So to me, the coolest part of this, there's plenty of other, brands out there for private label brands out there. I don't know of another private label single barrel brand.
Right.
Because everything we're doing is going to be a single barrel of this. So I've
is.
never heard of that before in the industry. Maybe it exists. There's a lot of stores out there, so maybe in some other state there's something out there like this, but not that I'm aware of. And so we're promising at least 5 barrels a year,
right,
to get into this, and it'll be great for the syndicate members because they're going to be involved in the barrel picks. They'll have we'll bring X amount of members to each pick. And their name will somehow be incorporated into that bottle for that pick. So kind of a cool thing for them to have their name actually on a bottle that will be sold outside of in our store and outside of our store.
Yeah, so that gets to the second big component of this is we recently signed an agreement to get nationwide distribution for our barrel picks. So that's a pretty cool thing. But also, as this was coming together, we called our partner in that business and said, hey, we're going to have our own, label here. It's a store brand, but could we make this available nationwide? Because it follows along with our business model. It's going to be single barrels. They'll be unique, different. Should be, very cool, lots of fun. And our business partner said, heck yeah, count me in. I'd like to get as much of that as I can. So we're going to have this store brand, unlike other store brands, which only reside in a specific store. We're going to have it across the country. So it's going to be available to anybody.
One cool thing for our syndicate members, they're going to have bottles that are available to be purchased nationwide. And
right.
That's a pretty huge perk. Like, I don't know of any other barrel club or whiskey club that has bottles that are distributed nationwide with their members' name on. Not just the club name. It's going to have their name on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So if Jen Brenner is help, we'll throw out a real syndicate member name. If Jen Brenner helps us on a pick on that bottle, on the label itself, her name will appear on there. Saying
we're not exactly sure how it's going to look, what the feel is going to be. It's part of our meeting on the 26th. We're going to get everybody's feedback on how we want this thing to be, but it'll be prominent. I mean, it's not going to be like in number 1 font in the bottom, buried underneath the UPC label or something like that. Yeah, it's going to be somewhere where it's obviously picked by.
Yeah, so I think that's a very cool thing, and just to be involved in decisions that are being made. About a brand and how do you promote it and coming up with ideas. Maybe you're like, man, my favorite brand should do this. Well, you know what? Tell us what we should be doing and we'll give it a whirl. That's the kind of fun thing about this is that our people that are in the club will have the opportunity to help us set some direction and things like that. So
yeah, it's really a cool way. We're really just kicking off the syndicate thing right now, and so what a cool way to get this thing started. It was with rolling this out, and what a great perk. Again, I don't think there's any other perk like this in the country. Yeah. It probably will be now. We'll see. We've already had one local person jump on board with kind of our whole our model for the club. Yeah. It took about a week. Yeah. So we'll see who jumps on board with this, but we'll have proof from the podcast of the timing when they come out with it. So we'll see. But man, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it myself. I love to take people on barrel picks that have never been on one to see how different each barrel can be, to see why we have the passion to do what we do.
Right. I love the idea of, starting a brand. I mean, to me, that's the ultimate dream of any whiskey drinker is, I'd love to make this someday. We're not going to be making it, but we're going to be selecting barrels. We're going to be, working through retail now too, which is kind of cool besides our own retail. It's going to be a fun thing to be involved with. So I'm pretty excited about it. And I think everybody who's in the syndicate should be fond of doing what we're doing too.
Well, they can be part of this, almost from start to finish. We pick the barrel, but they can be involved in the bottling, the labeling, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that's even part of it too, because we're going to be working with a local distillery. If you want to go to work and you want to get involved and maybe you want to bottle, you've never bottled before, you can bottle this product. You can help in labeling and packing it up, getting it ready for distribution.
When you're buying a bottle for your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your brother, whoever, and say, not only did I help pick this one out, I help bottle it, I help design the label, my name is right here on the bottle. Here you go.
Yeah, so there you go. If you'd like to get involved with the Barrel Shop Syndicate, the cost is $250. There's a lot of perks on there. Check out the ABV Barrel Shop website if you're wanting more information on the club and what's included. But that's just the start. What's out there now, we've already expanded it. You can get a couple of bottles of Hidden Barn if you're interested in that. There's a lot of other things that we're doing just for club members, some behind-the-scenes stuff, and we'll continue to do those sort of things. And we're going to keep adding more and more, and then even more value to this thing. So please get involved. If you want to reach out to us, send an email to hello@abvbarrelshop.com, or you can call us at 636-333-2134, and we'd love to get you signed up and part of the Barrel Shop Syndicate. We have got about 20 spots open as we record this, Jim, and then that's it. Then it'll be closed down for a while, not forever. But what we want to do is we want to keep interest in this thing. We do want to have more people get into it, but we're going to open up in blocks of 50. And we said we wouldn't open up the next 50 until we get 20 people that say, I'm willing to commit. I want to get in this thing. So if that takes a month, we'll open it up for 50 more in a month. If it takes a year, then it's not going to open up for another year. And that's just how we're going to do it. We want demand to dictate when we offer more spots available.
Well, I think as you see more and more perks from this club out there, that more and more people are going to want to be a part of this. And we got some pretty cool stuff going that no other club can really do. You might be able to start a club up, but they don't have the access that we have with the friends in the industry and things of that nature there, that they just they can want to be us, but they can't be us.
Yeah. That's the thing that I always think, Jim. I think, man, I can see why you're standing on the side. $250 and what benefits, and you start calculating it, but you have no idea all the other stuff that we're getting ready to do. That's the crazy thing. So at some point you're going to be like, damn, I want to get in there. Well, why not get the benefits from early on? Why miss out on things like planning of this new brand, or getting 2 bottles of Hidden Barn, or doing a private event with Jackie Zykan when she's here? Those type of things. Why miss out on that stuff? Be in here from the beginning.
Well, and some of the things that we're going to get in are be very limited. So there are going to be some gift shop only items from some of the distilleries. That if you're not in the top, 40, 50 club members, you'll never see those. They'll sell out because we'll only get a couple cases of some of that stuff. Or even some of the smaller barrels that are coming in that are only, you've got some barrels coming from 291, they're only 10-gallon barrels. You're not talking a lot of bottles coming out of there. So if you're not in too soon, you're going to be pretty limited in what you can get.
There you go. All right, well, we'll wrap the show up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Jim Fosnot, or on Instagram at FozJim, or hanging out in the ABV Barrel Shop in Arnold, Missouri.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. I would encourage you, if you want to help out the show, please give us a 5-star review. Leave comments. That helps new people find the show. That's very important to us. And finally, if you want to get involved, head over to patreon.com/theabvnetwork, or join the crew club, or best of all, join the syndicate. All right, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Cheers.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller.
Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.